Hey, this is Joe Hubbard from JoeHubbardBassVideos.com coming at you today with another lesson. And today's lesson is the 6th lesson in my parallel positional chord study system. This particular lesson is on the minor major 7th chord, so grab your bass and let's get started. Let's go back and take a look at all of the positions for the minor major 7th chord all across the fingerboard. Starting with a C minor major 7 in the first position, we have form 5, first variation. We then move up to the second position, and this is going to be form 5, second variation. Continuing to move up, the next form is 7. We're now at the root position. The next form is flat 3. And then we're back to the first position up the octave, which is form 5, first variation. Okay, I want you to go back, review these, make sure you've got these positions down before we move on to the parallel positioning. What we need to do now is to clearly define all the positions of the minor major 7th chord all across the fingerboard. We need to do this by going through the cycle of fourths with each minor major 7th chord within each static position, similarly to the way that we've done with the previous chord types. So if we start with position 1, we're going to start with a C minor major 7th chord, and that's going to be from form 5, first variation. The next chord is F minor major 7, and this is the root position. We then go to B flat minor major 7, and this is 5, second variation. Now I'm at E flat minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. We then go to A flat minor major 7, and this is form 7. Now we're at D flat minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. We're now at F sharp minor major 7, and this is the root position. This takes us to B minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. Now I'm at E minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. This takes us to A minor major 7, and this is form 7. Now I'm at D minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. And then this leads us to G minor major 7, and this is the root position. Okay, this takes me through the cycle within the first position, so we've played all of the minor major 7th chords in every key. Go practice this, we'll come back for position 2. Position 2 starts with C minor major 7 from form 5, second variation. We then go to F minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. The next chord is B flat minor major 7, and this is form 7. The next chord is E flat minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. Now I'm at A flat minor major 7, and I'm at the root position. This takes me to D flat minor major 7, and I'm at the form 5, second variation. F sharp minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. This takes us to B minor major 7, and this is form 7. I'm now at E minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. Then I go to A minor major 7, and this is the root position. That takes us to D minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. And now I'm at G minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. Okay, that takes us around the cycle again for position 2. Get this together, work hard on this, really practice this transitioning from chord to chord in each key. It's a brilliant exercise. You'll forever have such a higher command of the fretboard for doing this work. Come back and we'll see you for position 3. Position 3 starts with C minor major 7 from form 7. I then go to F minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. This takes me to B flat minor major 7, and this is the root position. I'm now at E flat minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. Now I'm at A flat minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. This takes us to D flat minor major 7, and this is form 7. Now I'm at F sharp minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. The next chord is B minor major 7, and this is the root position. We now have E minor major 7, this is form 5, second variation. That takes us to A minor major 7, which is form flat 3. Now I'm at D minor major 7, and I'm back to form 7. And then I'm at G minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. Okay, you go practice. Position 4 starts with C minor major 7 at the root position. We then move to F minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. This takes us to B flat minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. I'm now at E flat minor major 7, and this is form 7. Now I'm at A flat minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. The next chord is D flat minor major 7, and this is the root position. We now go to F sharp minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. This takes us to B minor major 7, which is form flat 3. The next chord is E minor major 7, and the form is 7. Now we're at A minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. The next chord's D minor major 7, and we're back to the root position. And now we've gone round the cycle again. We end up back on G minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. Okay, you go practice, get this together, come back, and we'll do position 5. Form 5 starts on C minor major 7 from form flat 3. We now go to F minor major 7, and this starts on form 7. The next form is B flat minor major 7, and this starts on form 5, first variation. Now I'm on E flat minor major 7, and this is the root position. The next chord is A flat minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. This takes us to D flat minor major 7, and we're back to form flat 3. The next chord is F sharp minor major 7, and this starts on form 7. This leads us to B minor major 7, and this starts on form 5, first variation. The next chord is E minor major 7, and this is the root position. The next chord is A minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. That leads us into D minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. And now I'm at G minor major 7, and this is form 7. Okay, go back, practice, get this together, and we'll come back and we'll do the first position 1 octave above. Now gone through all the 5 positions, and we're back to the first position played 1 octave above. This starts with C minor major 7 from form 5, first variation. We then move to F minor major 7, and this is from the root position. The next chord is B flat minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. Now we're at E flat minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. We then have A flat minor major 7, which is form 7. The next form is D flat minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. Now we're at F sharp minor major 7, and this is the root position. The next chord is B minor major 7, and this is form 5, second variation. Now I'm at E minor major 7, and this is form flat 3. This leads us to A minor major 7, and this is form 7. I'm now at D minor major 7, and this is form 5, first variation. And now I'm at G minor major 7 from the root position. Okay guys, go practice this, get this down. This is so beneficial. I can't tell you the results that you're going to get from really getting this down in all of the keys in these parallel positions. This will unlock an incredible amount of musicality into your playing, and also start to help you make the connection when transitioning from one chord to the next. Okay, you go practice. In this next drill, what we're going to do is take 2 minor major 7th chords and play them in every position. This progression starts with a C minor major 7 and then moves down a whole step to B flat minor major 7. So if we take a look at what's going on with each position, with this transition from C minor major 7 to B flat minor major 7. We start with C minor major 7 from form 5, first variation. Okay, and then we go down to the B flat, and this is form 5, second variation. What happens when I move to the next position is that C minor major 7 will always start, the form that it starts on will be the form that the B flat started on. So for instance, that B flat minor major 7 started on form 5, second variation. When I move this up to the second position, that is the form that the C minor major 7 starts on, and that formula sticks throughout this entire exercise, which is kind of a cool anchor to hang on to so you know that you're playing the right form. So the next one starts with C minor major 7 at form 5, second variation. And then we go to the B flat minor major 7, and this is form 7. Then again, my next position with the C minor major 7 is going to start on form 7. So this comes up here, and then my B flat is going to start on the root position. Okay, again, next position is going to start on the same position of the B flat minor major 7, so that C minor major 7 here, starting on the root position. The next form in this position for the B flat minor major 7 is form flat 3. So just like the others, the C minor major 7 is going to start with form flat 3. And then I go to form 5, first variation for the B flat. Up to the next position, it starts with form 5, first variation on the C minor major 7. And then I'm at form 5, second variation for the B flat. Okay, now you go practice. I'm going to demonstrate this exercise over a backing track. Remember to always employ that 95-5 rule when playing with backing tracks, drum machines, and metronomes. So like in the previous lessons, you can practice this exercise over the backing track provided so that you can internalize the content and start to hear the sound of the minor major 7th chord. After you've completed that assignment, come back and we'll go through an after-action review. hope you had fun playing this exercise along with the backing track provided. Remember, if you find that playing with the track is too demanding, then keep practicing the exercise until you feel comfortable with it. Now you'll probably notice that I threw you a bit of a curveball when you heard me play the exercise. If you note that I changed the rhythm after it got to the third position. So the first two positions I played straight eighth notes, and then in position 3 and 4 I played eighth note triplets. And then when it went to 5 and then the first position up the octave, I went back to eighth notes. I want you to start to become rhythmic aware, and by doing that, this is going to add a huge dimension to your playing. Most players aren't rhythmic aware, and you can hear by just doing that with this exercise, it gave it a particular musicality that lifted it slightly from just being an academic exercise. A lot of people ask me about that. They say, how do you make these exercises sound so musical? And a lot of it is changing up the rhythm and then also making sure to articulate each note at its full duration. That's what I always strive to do. And sometimes it's hard, and you know, if the tempo's a little fast, it's even harder. So again, if the tempo is a little too fast, then slow it down. You can play just quarter notes over the whole thing if you want, or just eighth notes. But as you get your chops developed and you start to feel more comfortable with the material and you start hearing it more, then start to employ that transition from the eighth notes to the eighth note triplets. Pretty much concludes today's lesson, but let me outline a few objectives and outcomes before we go. After studying the concepts in this lesson today, these are the main points that we've covered. We learned how to play all the minor major 7 chord qualities in different keys within a static position, and then incrementally move this up the fingerboard into all the different positions. We then learned how to transition between 2 different minor major 7th chords a whole step apart within a singular position, and then we learned how to transpose that into all the 5 positions. We then put this into a functional application with a cool backing track, and then practice transitioning from one rhythmic pattern to another rhythmic pattern, and then back to the original rhythmic pattern from the eighth notes to the eighth note triplets, and then back to the eighth notes. As always, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively. Now this is the final lesson in this module, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move on and study a different topic, which is really going to take your playing to the next level. So I'll see you next week for the first lesson of my renowned functional harmony course. Take care.